a Faith Minute. We are talking about super moms who were super saints. Today I want to tell you about St. Frances of Rome, Francesca. She lived in the 1400s, and as a young girl, she felt called to be a nun. She wanted to give her whole heart to God. Her family had other hopes for her and wanted her to give her whole heart to a soldier named Lorenzo. He was a good guy. She was a little sad at first, but she consented and found great love in Lorenzo. In those times, she was in a wealthy family, and they had a lot of celebrations and parties that she would have to go around to and dress up. But the part of her that wanted to serve God wanted to serve the hungry and the poor and the suffering. That made her sad for a while. How do you do these both? She threw her heart into each of them, knowing that God would be with her. And so she was able to celebrate with a happy heart when she had to be with nobility. But during the day, she would go out and serve the poor and the hungry and the sick. Everybody in Rome knew Francesca. She was the wealthy poor woman who served all. They would flock to her like people flock to Jesus. No one left her side less happy. God blessed her with 6 children, but tears too. She lost 3 of them as little ones, and then 2 of them would get sick when a plague swept through Rome. Francesca continued to serve. Her husband, Lorenzo, was off at war oftentimes, and he got wounded there, and he returned home. He and Francesca discerned they needed to found a hospital. She founded a hospital to serve the poor. She cared for Lorenzo, and her one boy that lived brought joy to her heart. Eventually, her husband passed away. He was blessed with dying in her arms. She held Lorenzo, and here's what he said: "My life has been one great dream of happiness. God has given me so much in your love." Lorenzo loved Francesca. When he passed away, she became a nun. In fact, right before Lorenzo died, she founded an order of sisters to kind of do her work in the city. And when he passed away, she could go join them and became Mother Superior. God answered her prayer to become a nun when he wanted her to be a nun, after her beautiful love story with Lorenzo and the tears of the children and her favorite boy that lived. Can you be like St. Francesca of Rome? Can you love God above all things? She said, "God's will is mine." She discerned it and served it generously. St. Frances of Rome, Francesca, pray for us.